What's up, guys, and welcome to another video, and today we are reviewing Creed 2, and just to clarify, I think I may have corrected myself, Ryan Coogler did not return to direct for the sequel, but but he was still somehow involved. So, yeah, so apologies for the misinformation, but hey, listen, since look at this. But in my opinion, in my personal opinion, Creed 2, in my opinion, is just as good as the first Creed movie, in my opinion. But I'll tell you this, is Creed 2, I think the plot makes a lot of sense, first of all. It would make sense for, Creed to, fight Ivan Drago's, son, because, well, Ivan Drago is the fighter that killed his father, Apollo Creed. So, this one is more of a personal one. Because in my opinion, man, Creed 2 had a better villain, in my opinion. Because listen, it's just that, I don't know how to explain to you, is that Creed 2, or the first Creed, didn't really had a generic villain. Just a generic, wrestler. But with, but with the second Creed movie, this fighter is a bit personal because this is trained by the guy who killed his father with Rocky 4. But I want you guys to check out that review if you want to know my thoughts on that movie, because boy, is it probably one of my favorite Rocky films, I would have to say. But in my opinion, man, I don't blame Adonis for, trying to basically, because, he essentially turned on Rocky. Yeah, he essentially turned on Rocky because, well, if you could look at his point of view, you would understand. Because you just expect me to just sit here and let these people talk crap, and these are the people that killed his pops? No. Okay, because that just ain't right, man. Okay? That just simply ain't right. Okay, because listen, in my opinion, Creed 2, because Ivan Drago, again, I am actually one of the very few people that actually liked Rocky 4, because I just never understand the hate it's been getting. Yes, some of it's kind of ridiculous, but I still liked it. And honestly, Creed 2, in my opinion, I think, yeah, I would say this is more of a personal fight, but Adonis, loses because Rocky didn't listen, or Adonis didn't listen. But I'll tell you. And then I feel bad for his kid though, because apparently he or she is apparently Adonis's daughter is apparently deaf. So yeah, listen, I know it sucks, Adonis, but hey, it happens. It happens, man. It's alright. Think you're fine. But yeah, man. That's why I feel bad for how can I explain this? That's why I feel bad for Adon. Kind of feel bad for Ivan, but yeah, and them being reborn in some just out of nowhere, just in the middle of nowhere. That's weird, but yeah, in my opinion, because at the end of the century, Ivan essentially saw that, you know, his son was about to be beat up by Adonis, and Ivan decides to not have the same fate, you know, as Apollo did. Which, hey, I wish he did, because listen, I mean, because obviously, after, well, the events of Rocky IV, Ivan essentially his reputation was like tarnished. It was essentially frowned upon by the Russian community. But hey, it happens. But yeah, in my opinion, man, and then overall, I think Creed 2 was definitely just as good as the first one, but I've seen a lot of people prefer the first one. For me, I actually prefer the sequel. I prefer this movie over Creed 1 because number one, I thought the villain of Creed 2 is better because it's just one of the biggest things I didn't like about that first film was that it just had some random character, just some random freaking guy. But hey, but I think yeah, overall, Creed 2 in my opinion was just as good as the first one. And that's it. That's the end. As you know, Creed 3 is about to come out tomorrow, so yeah. And St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, look at that green. That beautiful, nice green right there. But yeah, overall, because Creed 3, again, I've been hearing that Creed 3 is going to be another fighter that is another personal fight. So yeah, I want you guys to stay tuned for more movie reviews, because until I see Creed 3, I won't be doing a review until I see it. So yeah, I want you guys to all stay tuned for more movie reviews, and I'll see you guys in the next one.